Everybody wants to get better at the things they enjoy doing. You do, and I know I do. And chess is definitely not an exception to this. However, chess is one of those things that can be really difficult to train just because life gets in the way. To be completely transparent, chess is not really that important in the grand scheme of things. So things like bills, work, family, kids, all that stuff, it can just get in the way. Not in a bad way though. So somehow you gotta make a way to find just a little bit of time to improve. When you break it down, you might just find that you only have 1 to 2 hours a week to actually dedicate towards chess. With that being said, let me show you a really good way to create a chess training schedule that you'll actually improve with. This process that I'm going to show you is actually going to be able to apply to not just chess, but really about anything in your life that you want to get better at. And it can be broken down into 4 simple steps. Step 1 of this process seems really easy, but most people actually don't take the time to do it. That is to find out your own schedule. Crazy, I know, right? But people often forget this. For a quick analogy, my mom is a money guru. The best thing she ever did for me was to teach me how to budget. Whenever I found out how much money I was spending, I didn't realize how much I was wasting. Same thing can be said just for your time. If you just track everything you do, you'll be able to see how much time is actually being wasted and how much time you just have free. A lot of it usually gets spent scrolling on the phone or just like being lazy, which everybody needs lazy time. But if you're wanting to improve at chess, you just gotta determine which one you care about more. And there's nothing wrong with saying, I want to be lazy today. Everybody needs a rest. If you're not sure how your time is being spent, make sure you put everything in a calendar. For me, my Google Calendar is constantly filled, and it's been the best thing for me ever. I'm the type of person to forget things, so I have to write everything down. Google Calendar, Apple Calendar, whatever you use, just write it down. That way you can always reference it, and you'll be able to see what your free slots usually are. Once you've taken the time to write everything down and find out how your time is actually being spent, you'll be able to see the gaps that you do have, and you'll be able to find something consistent that you probably can use to learn. From there, you're able to pencil out some time to dedicate towards chess, and now you're good for step 2, which is to learn your weakness. I'm very guilty of myself of blindly studying, and blindly trying to improve.
But I'm legally blind, so how I'm gonna drive a car?
A famous quote that I've heard from many different people is that if it doesn't get tracked, it doesn't get improved. Same can be said for chess. Blindly going in and studying openings or studying endgames or tactics, while it is a net positive, more than likely, you can be much more efficient with your time. If you're a person with very limited time, it can be very worthwhile for you to take a couple hours, even if you have to break it up over some time, to actually take the time to analyze your games or look at your insights and find out what your actual mistakes are. Using myself as an example, I'm looking at my chess.com insights right now, and I see that I've left 59 pawns hanging 70% of the time. That's not great. But now I can now go back, look at it, analyze, be like, hey, maybe not leaving my pieces hanging is something I need to work on. Same thing for let's see mates. I see that I've had 4 mate in 4 opportunities in the past year. I've missed every single one, and these are all in rapid games. This is something I could use to work on. Even looking at openings themselves, the stuff that, everybody wants to train, but everybody only wants to train the things that they're good at. Me, for example, I love to train against e4. Why? Because I know almost every single line. I have over 50 or 60% win rates with the black pieces against white. But if I look at my insights now, when I play against d4, I lose almost every single time, 75%. That's terrible. I have to train against it now, because if I'm losing 25% of my games, I'm leaving a lot of points on the table. However, if I just continued training, doing the things I'm comfortable with, I would have never really improved. But now seeing my insights, going back, analyzing games, using resources that I have, I'm able to create a better training plan. Does that make sense? Moving on to step 3 now. It's kind of an extension of step 2, but now step 3 is to hone in on that skill. Very, very important. Just listen. Now that you understand what you're struggling with, you got to lock in on that thing specifically. Yes, once again, it's fun to do openings, it's fun to do tactics, it's fun to do all that other stuff. If you want to improve now, just do the things you're really bad at. Chances are you're probably a decent chess player in spite of all this bad stuff that you're probably struggling with. If you're able to bump that up, you'll probably gain yourself another 100, 200 points. That's a big improvement. From there, we can have another conversation. But this is going to apply until you're probably 2200, which most people will never ever get to. So just find your biggest weakness, lock in on that, reevaluate. What's your new biggest weakness? Lock in on that. Keep doing this again over and over until it literally can't work anymore. If you get to about 2300 and it stops working, you probably shouldn't be listening to this video anymore. I can't help you because I'm only like 1800 myself. But seriously, just find your weakness, lock in on that. Find your weakness, lock in on that. It's like the basics of getting good at anything. For example, me, I'm decent at soccer. I can't do nothing fancy. I can just do the basics somewhat decently. Just find the thing you're worst at, lock in on it, get a little bit better at it, make sure it's not a weakness anymore. To add into that, don't do a little bit of everything. Just focus on that one thing. Now we get to step 4 of the whole process, which is to actually do it. I myself am very guilty of this, where I'll create a plan. Like for example, working out. I created a plan. I had my Monday through Friday split. I didn't do shit. I'm so serious. Like I had my day planned out to a T. I didn't do it. I didn't get fit, you know, I'm not swole. That's why I'm, always in these hoodies and stuff. I'm skinny. Anyways though, you gotta actually do it. Once again, Dave Ramsey dude.
Agreed.
I own, I don't even know, 15, 20 houses and a bunch of commercial real estate as well. How is that not greed? Because I don't own anything, Greg. I'm a Christian, and that means God owns it, and I'm managing it for him. So I guess you're calling God greedy now.
What did he say?
Whatever you think about him personally, fine. Money-wise, good for debt. 20% knowledge, 80% behavior. I think the same can be said probably for just about anything you do that requires like a little bit of shift. It's 20% the knowledge of knowing how to get better, but 80% of actually just going in, day out and doing it. You're not gonna see results immediately. You just gotta grind it out until it happens. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. It's really that simple. You just gotta do it. I hope this made a little bit of sense. I know it's not like the nitty and gritty that you might have been wanting for, but I can't really speak for what you need. Only thing I can speak about is for myself. If you would like me to break down what I need to work on myself, I can make a video for it. If not, make sure you guys go check out this video over here. If you enjoyed it, click another video. You might like what I do. I don't know. But I hope you guys have a great day. Peace. That was whack, but I'm gonna end it here because I haven't made a video in a long time. Peace.